And we're live. Welcome to another live session of Virtual India Sourcing Show. Today we've got two suppliers for you. One is a hand block printed supplier, and the other is a cotton garment supplier from Karur that has large capacity and they can make up to 8,000 pieces per day. So, Marg and Kevin, how are you guys doing today?
Very good. It's warm. We're in summer clothes.
Yeah. Excellent, thank you.
Has it stopped raining there finally?
It has stopped raining.
A lot of rain. Yeah.
Oh, that's
a lot of
good.
rain here.
Yeah, Kevin, your golf course was flooded, huh?
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah. So
it'll be flooded till next year, I think.
Yeah, it's still playing in other places around the district, so it's not too bad.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, before we invite our suppliers, real quick, we want to remind everyone that our next India sourcing trip is from March 13th to the 20th, and bookings are now open. If you want, you can go ahead and book your tickets for the next trip. And I mean, the trip that we did in October, it was just incredible. The Telegram group that we have of all attendees, it's still lighting up every day. We've got conversations going on over there. And Kevin, what was your favorite part of the October trip?
Probably going to the factories at Moradabad. I mean, I like going to the fair, and I sort of like the free, the conference and everything else. But probably favorite would probably be visiting the factories. And like this year, we were able to go to Moradabad, and we visited some unreal factories there, and probably a real first for. In the fact that we had a busload of people, European people, travelling through downtown Moradabad, which doesn't happen every day. Or
I don't think it's ever happened before, Kev.
Yeah,
I think we were a first.
Even in the factories, they graciously sort of give us told us to the factories. I think even all the workers were sort of, who are all these guys? It's incredible, wasn't it? Yeah, but anyway, they're so gracious, all the factory owners, and they're so gracious to let us all in and take us and show us. And they really looked after us and went out of their way to look after us. And did you enjoy that, Megla, that part of it?
Yes, I really enjoyed that part of it. And I also enjoyed watching you trying your hand at, making products, and you made a wooden bowl and you're doing some of the polishing, at one of those factories. That was pretty interesting as well.
Yeah, I just love getting involved. It was so good. And the people just let you sort of, get involved. It was really good. I enjoyed that. So, I'm looking forward to sort of doing
Mark, what was your favorite part?
Well, I think actually watching a lot of the attendees come out of their shell, and we had some really shy people who by the end of the trip were, networking and, getting in and, enjoying, the other people's company and learning from each other. I think it was quite good to see, because we had lots of levels of people. We had, from like people who were doing $1 million to people who haven't even started. So I think there was, people could always learn from someone else, and everyone was so free with their information, like as well as having the coaches. I think the networking of all the people, and I know that they've all got their own little masterminds now, and they're all buddies, and they're texting and writing to each other on Messenger. So I think that has really, to me sticks out, that, it's helped people move out of their comfort zone a little bit and do sort of something a bit different. So I thought it was great to see that. I love watching how they grew over 10 days or 12 days.
Yeah, very true. I also liked our conference a lot. So the one-day conference that we did, there was so much information shared about sourcing from India, and then we also had a selection of suppliers, and sourcing agents had brought their products, and we had service providers. So it just seemed like, this one room really had everything that you need to source products from India. It's got all the information. We had some products, and we had service providers. So you build, connections and build relationships with those people. So I think the conference is very, very powerful and very valuable to attendees.
Well, the conference itself, Meg, the speakers were just brilliant. And it was really all the speakers were giving everybody the tools and the information they required to not only navigate the fair, but, to see products and to learn about sort of keywords and just, to source products in a way in a successful way. And each of those speakers that we had brought something different, in a lot of ways. So I really thoroughly enjoyed that day because of the information. It was a lot of information, but it was really good information.
Absolutely, absolutely. So everybody watching, if you are looking to source from India, do not miss this trip. We do it twice a year, in March, or sometimes it's in April and October. So if you can't join us in March, do join us in October. It's a once in a lifetime trip, and it's really life changing. Okay, so with that
I don't know
said,
about
let's
once in a
get on with our
lifetime, Nicola.
show.
We've got a lot of people coming back, so it's not once in a lifetime. A lot of people enjoyed it so
A
much
lot of
Yes,
they're
people want
booking
to do
yes.
again.
it. A lot of
So
people want to do
very
it.
surprising. Yeah, so people want
Yeah,
to come back
a lot of people
again.
want to do it
Yeah,
once,
that's very
twice,
true.
3 times, maybe.
Yeah, so it's not
Yeah.
once in a lifetime anymore.
Yeah, it's not once in a lifetime anymore. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so let's welcome Devendra and Pushpendra from Sakshi International. Hello, guys. How are you doing?
Hello. Namaste.
Yeah, namaste. Good morning,
Namaste.
gentlemen. Thank
So,
you for
where are you
joining us.
joining us from?
We are based in Jaipur.
Okay, you're based in Jaipur, and your company basically specializes in hand block printing. So, I'm going to share the slides, the catalog that you had sent, and you can go ahead and start introducing your company. Okay, tell us about your company, Pushpendra.
Yes, hello. So, our company specializes in hand block printed textile items, and we are core manufacturers of Jaipur pottery. We have been doing this business for last 50 years. This is our not our new business. After my grandfather, my father, he took the charge and he showcased this blue pottery. This blue pottery was earlier used to be sell on roads, and he was the one who took this pottery from roads to showrooms, AC showrooms. Similarly, once this blue pottery product, when we got a good hand in the market, then he started another craft, hand block printed textiles. And
Okay,
both the crafts are handmade. There is no use of machine involved in any development of the product or making of the product. Everything is done with the hands only. And like in this block printed items, what we are offering is the quality of the goods is very high. We use azo-free dyes. There is no allergic, no harmful substance which is harmful for both for the user and for the environment also. Number three, we are very much sure, and we make sure that whatever the timeline we give to our buyers, normally this is very in handicraft industry, it's very normal. What the timeline is given, normally people don't are unable to actually supply in time, but we make sure that we meet our deadlines as next to as we can do.
okay.
And our
Um,
customization is our USP
yeah,
is customization. We customize all the orders, not in blue pottery only, but also in textiles also.
okay.
And
Can you tell
Pushpendra,
us a little bit about how the blocks are made? Yeah, go ahead, Kevin.
I was just going to say, block printing. How long has block printing been around, Pushpendra? I know it's a long time, but how many years exactly has block printing been passed down?
See, block printing, it's a centuries old tradition. It's not
Right.
new. Uh, in India, it has been practiced like more than 800 years uh, time. But in Sanganer, which is in Jaipur actually, it is being doing for last 200 years.
Right. Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about the process of how hand block printing works, and how the block is carved by hand? Firstly,
We use wood blocks, teak wood blocks, carved blocks
okay,
to print the fabric.
yeah, and the blocks are also carved by hand, right?
Yes, they are carved by the hands.
Do you have a sample of any of the blocks over there
Yes,
with
yes,
you?
yes.
Can you
I
show
do.
us blocks?
Yes, yes.
Okay, yeah,
Devendra is bringing.
So, like all
yeah,
all
that
the
should be
designs,
interesting.
the designs, the actual, the designs change a lot. So the blocks, the
No,
blocks
no, no, no.
design, they change every,
Once
regularly.
once a block is carved, then we can do that design only with the block.
Yeah, yeah.
But the
But
only thing what we can do, like for a five color design, we have five blocks, and accordingly we can change the colors as per the requirement of our customer.
Okay.
but do you release new designs or new blocks every season or every year, or are they just certain
We make
designs that
designs
are used?
to your surprise. We make every single day we come up with a new design.
Mhm.
We are in the
Okay.
practice of making new designs every day. So like
Yeah.
Like this
We were
block,
lucky
we
enough to see at the fair someone doing it, and it was great to watch and how they
Yeah,
how time
yeah.
consuming it is going down the piece of material, that many times. I mean, I stood there probably 10 minutes just watching them do it. It was really fascinating.
this is the tablecloth we have printed, and for this design
Okay.
we had used four
we have
blocks.
used four blocks. This is the first block, outline one, then the
Okay.
filler blocks
Then rest three floor blocks.
like this.
Gee whiz.
Hmm.
Okay, yeah.
And that's the size of the block.
So
It'd
on
be hard to get
a
it in the right spot.
Yeah, isn't it hard to get it in the right spot? Yeah.
I'd be
This is-
trying, is it in the right spot every time I did it? It'd take me
Yes.
ages.
on an average for like this four block design, for this is a six-seater tablecloth, uh, approximately to 2500 stamps have been done.
If the size of the block is like this,
If the
Oh, wow.
size with this size of, to
yes,
finish this,
there are four.
2500 impressions have been done with hand to get this
Wow.
product finished.
Yes.
Wow.
So how long does that take? Like in hours, how long would it take to make that?
See, it's very this is something we cannot calculate. It depends on the expertise of the artisan, and of course the number of artisans involved. See, for a single person to finish up, see, if I am the only one doing this, and if I have to make this tablecloth, single tablecloth, it will take for me to finish this at least 2 days
Oh, wow.
to finish this.
Oh, 2 days. So one.
Yes.
Mm.
If
Wow.
I'm talking about for the single tablecloth. So
Yeah.
actually it
Yeah,
depends. If I have five tablecloths, six tablecloths, then maybe in a week I can finish.
It
That's
seems
amazing.
it seems a long process for a tablecloth.
It's
You know,
yes. So
Hmm.
it's not only about tablecloth. We do our catalog. Our product domain is very detailed. Like this is the cushion
yeah.
cover we have done.
Oh,
We
yeah, yeah. That's nice, like that. Yeah.
Hmm.
Cushion
then
covers, mat
this
and
is
napkin
a
set.
mat and napkin
Yeah.
set.
Mm,
This
well,
is
that's
the
good.
napkin.
Yes.
You see, first the border has been done, four sides.
Yeah.
Then the
Yeah.
inside of this is printed. Then solid,
They're
the solid
beautiful.
border is
Yeah.
printed. So it's
Nice
very kind.
designs. Yeah.
Do
Is
you
this
do
something like?
scarves as well or not?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
See, we do everything in block printing. Not only scarf, not only garments. We are doing everything. Our USP is customization. We can do anything what our customer wants us, to create. We are never afraid of doing new things. We are making umbrellas in block printing. We are doing lampshades. We are doing shoes. We are doing hairbands. Very
Shoes.
yes, we are doing in all
Shoes. Yeah. Oh, right. Okay.
pants, shirts. See, shirts. These you have already seen in the market, but like this is a shirt.
Hmm.
We are doing bags, diaper bags, backpacks, lot of products, but
Right.
all on
So
the
what's the benefit of using, of doing block printing versus regular printing? Like, what are the advantages over regular printing, or why should, a buyer come to you to buy block printed
if
furnishings or garments other than
a
regular?
buyer a buyer or a consumer who is art loving, then only he will go for buying this craft. Otherwise, if one who is not art loving, he will never go for block printing, blue pottery. And why
Okay.
we are doing, it's our passion. We have to,
Yeah.
this is very old art, and we have to make this art alive. And this is the bag.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're lovely
wonderful.
designs. Yeah.
They're beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice.
Again, baby quilts. See,
Yeah.
Yeah.
this is
Wow.
Oh,
hand
look at
stitch.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So many beautiful designs. And so it's still really a popular, obviously, item. You're obviously very busy doing, like new designs and new things like shoes and stuff. So people obviously like the authenticity of that than just getting something that's been, mass printed, I suppose, for want of a better word. So yeah, so it's amazing that and I think it'd be nice to own and to have, if you had a beautiful table set that, you could say, hey, this is actually been, hand block done. It's so much nicer. So I think it'd be lovely to have that on your table and have a
Well,
story.
there's also the story of the craft as well that you can incorporate into the
Yeah.
brand, Megla. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you're good with words with your editorial sort of background, Megla, and you could make a nice story about the craft of or the art of block printing, and bring that together, to create a brand around that as well, to sort of bring to
Exactly. You can talk about the artisans and how it's been passed down from generations, literally.
people. Yeah,
So, yeah.
and
And
then
you could even
some
have
of
a
the
video.
design.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
could have a video made on your sort of store of somebody actually doing a
These
few
are the
blocks.
product categories you see:
Yeah.
home furnishing, table linen, kitchen linen, apparel, fashion
Wow.
garments.
Yeah.
Lot of stuff we are doing.
I mean, within those categories there, I mean, look, you got five categories with a lot of different sort of niches that
Yeah.
you could sort of have a look at. I mean, wow, that's amazing that you can, put,
Really good.
use that block printing for those products. Yeah.
And this is
So let's
Jaipur.
also talk about Jaipur blue pottery. So what's special about this type of pottery, and can you show us some samples as well?
This is the Jaipur blue pottery. This is the specialty of this pottery is first thing. First, this is handmade, and the most important thing about this blue pottery is the colors we use in pottery are normally oxide colors, and the specialty of this pottery is the copper oxide, which we use for in this color. This copper oxide in all other potteries, normally copper oxide turns out into green color, but only in this pottery it turns out this blue. That's why it is called
Okay.
blue pottery, and this is something very unique. You won't find. So that's why this is called blue pottery. And in blue pottery also we are doing everything on as per customization. Whatever our customer wants us to make, and of course it has to be possible, practically possible also. If something is not possible, then we can't do, because this is all done with the hands. So we can do that.
Mm. And Pushpendra,
But
you
even though
have
it's called blue pottery, you can do any
yeah,
colors,
yeah.
right?
And just to let people know, Push Pendra, that these guys have got a couple of different factories, Megla, haven't they?
See,
In
we have
Jaipur.
Yeah.
three different locations.
Yeah,
For pottery, is all the environment is altogether different, and for this
yeah,
printing, different environment is different.
yeah, exactly.
Artisans are different, factory
Mhm.
locations are different.
Yeah. And Pushpendra, can you show us more of the blue pottery and give us a rundown of the sort of bit of the history of how it's made, designed? Because some of the stuff you showed us in yesterday was fascinating to sort of see. Um, there's a few different designs there because you didn't see Mark, you wasn't
No, I
here,
understand. No.
but they had some great stuff to
Like
show.
all the designs, they are all hand painted. These are not
Yeah,
stamped. These are all
yeah,
hand
Oh,
painted.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yes.
wow.
If we will talk about two pieces will be different. They will be not same because they are all hand painted. There will be little uniqueness. I will show you
Yeah.
two same pieces. I will show
Okay.
this to you.
Hmm.
It's all very unique, isn't it?
Very, very unique to what we've
Yeah.
See
seen.
these
Mm.
pieces, they will change in little bit shape and the
Yeah.
designs. The
Yeah.
patterns will
Mm.
be little bit different. You can see
Yeah.
Hmm.
both are
Yeah,
unique.
they're similar, but still there's
Yeah,
slight
slightly.
differences.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you put them
Because of the
together.
size.
Size,
Yeah.
Mm.
yes, because
Hmm.
So
this is
never one
all
would be
handmade and
exactly the
all.
same.
Yes.
Yeah. And so, what all products do you do in Blue Pottery? So let's just see. So these are the product categories:
Alphabets, animal
alphabets, animal
figures,
figures. So
bathroom
these
sets,
are okay.
It was.
tiles,
So all
And
these
pots.
are like ceramic alphabets, or what are these? Like
Yes,
when you
yes,
say
yes, yes,
alphabets,
yes.
what do you mean?
Alphabets.
Okay.
This can be used as making name frames
All
to
right.
Mm-hmm.
put
Yeah.
outside your room or outside home. Then animal figures are
Okay.
like statues of like elephant, deer, lion, ashtrays, bathroom
Hmm.
sets, beads we use for making jewelry. Then mugs, balls,
Mm-hmm.
boxes, candle stands, coasters, coffee mugs, cylinders. These are all different type of products we do in pottery. These are all for a decorative purpose.
yes,
And
Yeah.
the
And
most
are these
important
products like is yeah, go ahead.
one is the tiles. We make tiles which can be used in swimming pools, which can be used on walls, which can be used on staircases, except floor. They can be used. They can be put on walls or for any place where someone wants to decorate the tiles. These are very much in demand. Blue potted tiles.
Okay.
Pushpendra, can you show me one of the beer mugs? Have you got a beer mug to show me?
He
Because
wants a beer mug.
because I see
Next, you'll be
looking
asking
down.
for a sample, Kevin.
Let me see if I have
Exactly.
anything
Yeah.
here right now. I'll show you.
Okay.
Devendra is just bringing. It's very early
Yeah.
here.
No,
So
I
we've got
just
a
thought,
comment here. Yeah. Pranav is saying the block printing is unique, but
Yes, of course
pigment printing is more production
yes,
friendly.
we are doing
More so.
pigment printing.
What is pigment printing? Can you explain to us, Pushpendra?
See, pigment printing is nothing. The process in printing we use binder and the colors, and the pigment colors, they are like the same. They don't change actually. And like the products I will showcase you, these are all pigment printed products. These are very eco friendly and user friendly. The colors we use are harmless. We use only colors which are being certified from the laboratory. If our supplier gives us a certificate, okay, this is eco friendly, then only we use those colors for using this making of products.
Okay.
Like this is a glass. If we add a handle,
Oh yeah.
it will become be a mug.
Yeah. Okay.
So is everything done in the blue color, or do you do say lime green and yellow and orange? Or it's always
this
blue and
Yeah,
yellow.
yeah.
this is yellow. You can see green color also.
Brown.
Right.
Then brown color also. But yes, confined to maximum 7 or 8 colors only in blue pottery.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay, 7 or 8 colors.
But people can actually talk to you about customizing any of
Yeah.
those products
Yes,
as
yes.
well. Yeah.
That's our USP. What I'm keep on saying, customization is our USP.
Okay.
We don't make what we want to sell. We make what our what our buyers want to
Once.
sell.
Yeah.
And where do you sell to most? Is it like to the European countries?
European and American countries.
So the demand is for both countries. Yeah.
And what's your MOQ?
MOQ depends on product to product. Like suppose if someone wants me to make this 50 pieces is the MOQ. It's very little. Or someone wants me to make quilt like Pushpanda, I need this quilt. I can make 10 pieces in single design. So MOQ is not a big problem with us.
So if someone wants to talk about an MOV, a minimum order value, that's okay as well.
Minimum
A
order
minimum
value
order
depends.
value.
It
Well,
depends on the product.
Yeah, well, because
Sometimes
of the
minimum order value might be $250, and sometimes it could be $500 also
okay,
for a single product.
it's just because shipping is very expensive these days. To different countries, and if people want sort of one product, then sometimes it's best to spend.
When it's done like 4 5, I'm talking about this single product. If
Yeah.
Yeah.
someone wants to purchase like pottery, at least he will be asking for 5 6 products, so it makes a
Yeah.
big quantity.
Yeah.
So,
No, because we just sort of say to people, like it might be
and,
$5,000
I forgot
order
to
value. Yeah.
I forgot to add one thing for this blue pottery. See, packing of the ceramic item is very, very tedious and very typical. And we guarantee our customers 98% of the products what they will receive will be in perfect condition.
Mhm.
So this is the guarantee we give. If anything gets breakage in transit, we replace them with no cost up to
So,
90.
Pushpendra, do you do your own packaging in house?
Yes, we do. Yes, it's all.
Yeah.
Everything is in house.
Everybody's in house, yeah. So you can actually design packaging in house as well, or do you
Yes.
outsource? Yeah.
So with your packaging, with those, do you put them in like polystyrene, or is it more done in paper and things? What do you type?
It's paper cuttings, paper cuttings, and bubble wrap.
Okay.
Mm.
Each
Sounds
piece will
good.
be
Sounds good.
individual box.
So,
There will be individual box for each piece.
Oh,
okay, individual box. Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay,
It all depends. See,
great. I think
customer want, we can do.
Yeah.
How,
Yeah.
how they want.
Yeah. I understand. Yeah. Awesome.
Kevin, I think this would be an interesting factory for you to visit and try your hand at hand block
I
printing,
think
right?
so. Yeah.
I think you'll enjoy that a lot.
I'd like
I
to
don't know
have a
about
go.
him painting the plates.
Oh, painting the plates. Oh, I don't know about that.
We
I'd like to
organize
have a go.
workshops also.
Yeah. If we ever come to Jaipur, we'll come and visit your factory. That's for sure.
Please do visit
Yes,
us.
please.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Lovely
will.
to see something
Yeah,
different.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Somebody finds that funny. Right. Well, thank you so much, Pushpendra and Devendra, for joining us today and sharing your products and company information. So, guys, if you do want to get in touch with them, we've got a URL. We've got their profile on indiasourcing.net. So go to indiasourcing.net/Sakshi. You can send them an inquiry. Get pricing from them. They are specialists in customization. That's what they really specialize in. And so if you have any ideas, any designs, then they can bring your designs to life. So go ahead and definitely have a chat with them.
Thank
Okay,
you.
guys, thanks so much for joining us today. And
Thank you,
hopefully
gentlemen.
we'll
Bye.
Thank you.
see you in Jaipur one
Bye.
day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bye.
Absolutely. Look forward to it. Bye-bye. Thanks for your time, guys.
That was really
That was
different.
very cool.
Now, that's sort of
Yes.
different.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
different.
I think
Yeah.
that the blue
I think
pottery. Yeah.
Hmm.
Is that-
Somebody made a comment here, long manual process is costly. Well, you can do it in digitally for way less. Yes, absolutely. But I think, as he said, it's about appreciation of the art. So if you
Yes.
don't appreciate the art, I mean, people buy this not because, it's more for the designs or anything. People buy this for the art. That okay, this
the
has been
uniqueness,
handmade.
the
The
uniqueness of
uniqueness
it, too,
of
mate.
the
Yeah, the
process.
uniqueness of it, yeah. Because like you say, it's been
Exactly.
block printing has been around. We had this good discussion during the week that block printing is centuries old art form, and sort of been around for a long, long time. And when the guys showed you those stamps,
Yeah.
we've actually seen it. We've actually seen it live, haven't we, Mark? Doing
Yeah.
that. And
Yeah.
it's like
Jelly
everything. There's
fair.
an appreciation for everything in this world. If you understand the art of block printing, you have stuff made, but when you watch them actually doing it, it's alive, and you see what they come up with in the designs. It's a magnificent process. But if you wanted to build a brand around it, as I said to Megla before, it's you get the right story and the right thing, you can invent a brand from it. That's what this is all about, isn't it, Megla? Mark?
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
Your private label, if you've got that brand story, you sort of put it together and you've got that uniqueness. And uniqueness, I think, will sell forever, would it not?
Yeah, well, there's something for
Yeah,
everyone.
absolutely.
I mean, not everyone wants, cheap, mass-produced products. A lot of people
Exactly,
want
yeah,
something
yeah.
really different to, have. And I mean, I think a lot of those bluey colours are really beachy. I can see a lot of those in all the beach homes, around the coast of the States, because there's so many really nice people that seem to be very proud of their beach house type things in America. So I think that they would set the trend really nicely in those rather nice mansions on the beach.
But as the guy said, the people can have their own designs they could customize their own designs.
Yeah.
And everything.
Hmm.
Anyway,
Cool. All right, so let's move on to the next supplier. We've got Pratik Garasia from Krittoz Incorporated. Hi, Pratik. How are you doing? And you're muted.
You can't hear us.
You're still muted.
You're muted.
Wait, let me try to unmute his mic. Can I? Oh, your mic isn't connected. You need to connect your mic. So yeah, okay, there we go.
Good morning, Pratik.
Hello.
Hello, that's
Good morning.
right.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
That's better.
Yes.
You're
Yes.
talking
How
to
are you guys?
You're talking to yourself there for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah, good to see you again.
Cool.
Yes.
So,
Yes. Good to see you
Pratik,
guys.
where are you joining us from?
So I'm joining us from Rajkot, Gujarat, and we have our factory based in Tirupur in Tamil Nadu. That is in the southern part of India. And I'll tell you the most important part of Tirupur is it is called the dollar city of India. Because
Dollar
Tirupur
City.
is getting yes, because Tirupur is getting the most number of the maximum amount of dollars in remittance in Tirupur if you compare in whole of India.
In,
So
in whole of
the
India.
garment
Okay.
business is so big. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So we are based in Tirupur, where all the major garment factories are there. And we have manufacturing unit of knitted products, and we export to USA, Europe, and Middle East. And we have 10 years of experience in textile industry. And our merchandisers, as well as our manager, which we have in our company, they are into the textile field since 18 years. So we get to use them, their experience. Yes. So
Okay.
considering that, yes, please tell me.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, what kinds of garments do you mostly make?
Okay, so the range of our knitted products are like men's, women's, and kids wear. So if we consider men's wear, we have the normal plain t-shirts, we have printed t-shirts, then we have polo t-shirts, then it's like the tank tops, then the sweatshirts, joggers, hoodies, and as well as undergarments for a few companies. Yes. And coming
Okay.
to the women's part, we have the majority of the common things which we have in men, but in some of the products like t-shirts, we do have the different material, different fabrics. So if man has 100% cotton t-shirt, so in woman we bring out the viscose or cotton viscose combination or polycotton combination. So those kind of different fabrics we use for the different garments. Considering the coming to the kids and the baby products, we have t-shirt, sweatshirt, hoodies, rompers, and we use even the organic cotton for the baby products, which is these days a very niche market for that.
Okay.
Excellent.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what about certification? So, like if you use organic, then can you provide GOT certification? Or if there are any
Yes.
other certifications that people need
Yes.
for, especially for kids garments, can you provide
Correct,
those?
correct. So, just to introduce our factory, we have two
Yeah.
units. So, our one unit is a normal factory, which like everyone has it, and we have another unit which we have got certified. It's a got certified unit. So, the yarn we buy from the supplier, we get the got certificate for the yarn also. Then we outsource the dyeing and we outsource the knitting, so for making the fabrics. So for whatever we outsource, we only outsource from the got certified factory, so we get all the certificate of all the processes, and as well as our stitching unit is also got certified. So the buyer gets like from the top to the like till the finished product, from raw material to the finished product, they get got certified certificates, I can say.
Mm.
Yes, and
Yeah.
our factory has a benefit of buyers can get a benefit because we have a sisterly printing company. I can say that's not yet got certified, but we do have suppliers for printing who are got certified also.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
So when I know with clothing critique,
Okay,
it's if people want to customize orders or sort of make big orders, um, a tech pack would be required. It's
okay,
not just a simple say, hey, Pratik, I want 200 hoodies with like a certain design. I mean, you
very
would
true.
want from me for my order a tech pack with exact sort of things. And can you just sort of go through that a little bit for the audience and
Yes,
just
so basically, I would explain a small process like
yeah
how a customer can order from us, like
yeah
how the first order is executed basically. So first, a customer has to provide us with a tech pack and a sample. So what is tech pack? So a tech pack is something which a buyer gives. It's a drawing of the garment and the measurements of the garment which buyer gives to the supplier, and with that tech pack, manufacturers can easily read the buyer's perspective, like what actually they wanted in case of fabrics, in case of accessories, in case of packing. So each and every things are mentioned in detail in the tech pack. So that is very helpful for a manufacturer. So there is a less communication gap between buyer and manufacturer. So we have our in-house merchandiser who is specialized with the tech packs, and as well as he has a combination degree of fashion designing. So in any case of technical things or technical doubts which we need to ask buyer, or even we can support the buyer that you can go with this product and not this, with a reason.
Yeah. So, Pratik, if
Yes.
someone came to
Yes.
you, in e-commerce, there's, all levels of, there's some different types or levels of buyers, right? And if
Yes.
someone, say,
Correct.
come to you with, say, a baby product, and
Correct.
or a couple of different types of baby products, and they can say, "Hey, Pratik, can you help me? I wanna design this, but I haven't got a tech pack. Can you help them from that stage to sort of
In
get something? Because some people, have a dream, they have an idea in their
Yes.
head,
Correct.
but
Correct.
they come to you and
But they are
they
not
would
able
love
to
to
put
make
it
a
in the
drawing.
paper. They are not.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
Correct. Yes.
they
So
can
that
come to
in
you.
that in yes.
Yeah.
So in that case, we have a solution. What we can do is we can just ask buyer, if
Yeah.
you see any type of garment. Now it's a e-commerce world, and it's a very very small world. So they can see pictures, or they can buy a product from anywhere they want all around the world. So in
Yeah.
case there is a chance, like there is a 70 to 80% chance that their concept is already there in the market, to be honest. So even if there is a similar concept, in case even if there is a similar concept, they can just send the pictures, and we can try to put them in a garment,
Yeah.
their concept.
And
Yes,
build that
for
garment.
that, yes, but for that we need trial and error method. We'll use trial and error method, because we have to go through almost 5 to 7 samples or stages in that case.
Yeah.
But in case if we have a tech pack, or in the case if we got a sample, then it is just the one sample we give them, which will be exactly what the buyer wants.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean,
So,
I think what
Yes,
people
yes.
don't maybe understand with the tech pack is how much detail it goes into. Like it might be, how many millimeters the buttonhole's got to be from the edge of the garment, and how many, millimeters down, or the zip is got to be this width and this length, and that little bit of ribbon that's sewn on's got to be in this exact position. So it's not just saying I want a t-shirt this by this and stick a logo or a zip down the front. I mean, it's really precision, isn't it? Because you need something to work from, so it depicts exactly what they're hoping to get at the other end.
Very true. Even if they want to use a zip, they tell us that we want this brand and we want this, like YKK Zip is the world famous zip company in the world. So like they tell us we want to use it a cheaper one if it's a cheaper product, but we suggest buyer that better go for a YKK Zip. That customer will again come back to you if it's a quality product. So don't go for a local made zips. Yes. So in the day, for example, it's a day 1, and if we get the tech pack and the samples, so by day 3, we give buyer quotation for what they have, what the information they have provided us. And by, we can say, day 6, I think there will be a process of approving the prices. So after that there is a process in which we make them samples for free, but we charge them the courier charges, like whatever the actual is, because to be honest, if we consider we are almost doing more than 100 samples every month, so if we start paying courier charges, it will be very expensive for us.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
people understand that people understand that completely.
Yes,
and some people wouldn't even expect a sample for nothing either, because they understand that it takes time. But obviously, business is business, and it's a good way. I understand.
Exactly, and even we can, even we can understand the seriousness of the buyers. If they are ready to pay for the courier, it is even easy for us to trust them. Like if it's a first time process.
Yeah.
That's why.
And
And Yes, please.
Yeah, no, I was going to say with garments, it's obviously you can't just say design me this and I'll have 50 or 100. What type of, I know it will vary between the garments, but as a general rule, if they want to customize, you know, or say that I can see behind your head, you've got a zip jacket and it's got a logo and all that on it. So if they wanted to virtually do something like that and have it customized with, you know, their different specifications, how many would they need to do? And like in colors as well, obviously, because you've got colors, sizes, and the garment itself. Yeah.
Okay, so considering for the MOVs and MOQs, if we talk about, so I would say for a MOV, considering as a minimum value order, I could say customer should go for a 7,000 USD. The reason behind is because it will be an export order, that is for sure. If it's domestic, we can go for a lesser one, because if it's a export order, we need to give at least considering 2 to 2.5 CBM, for which we can get a better prices for shipping.
Yeah.
Yes, and considering the MOQs, we can produce like 100 to 200 pieces per style. Okay, I understand that will be a pretty expensive compared to the competitive rates that we give for the wholesale thing. But for testing the market, I would advise a buyer to go for 100 to 200 pieces per style. So it helps them to test the market with n number of varieties, rather than gathering the quantities in particular style. Because out of, if they are ordering us 10 styles, we know that 3 styles will be the most fast moving ones, other will be very slow moving, but they will be just as a just as a formality to keep the range.
So you can procure or make small quantities of, just say I wanted a blue print and a pink print. You can still do a small amount of products in each print. Like I don't have to buy 1,000 meters of that print to have that product made, or not?
No, because there is no issue if we get small quantity. We are already doing container orders. So we know high quantity buyer always gets benefits for the price.
Yeah.
But due to this e-commerce, we have started getting in so many inquiries from the e-commerce buyer regarding the garments. They want it in their brands, they wanted customized, I wanted embroidery, I want some printing on it. So now people are understanding it and they are making it a value addition product. Because basic product, we know that okay, for garments we can beat China, but if it's a cotton product, if it's a polyester, we can't beat China. So people know that if it is a value-added product from India, then it will be beneficial for them for sure.
Right. I think yesterday Pratik also said that the MOQ would be 100 kgs of fabric, right?
Yes.
And then they can do like 200 pieces per style, right? But
yes, correct.
It would be 100 kg of fabric.
Yes,
okay.
but 100 kg will be a little bit confusing for the buyer. So I thought I will come up with the number of pieces per style. So it will be easy for them, Yes, it will be easy for them to understand. Because for example, for 100 pieces, it is all different things. Like if it's a men product, example, we get 4 pieces of garment. If it's a baby product, we get 9 pieces of garment. So kgs will be a little bit difficult for them. So better we came up with the concept of pieces, as you said yesterday, as you suggested. Yes. So 100 pieces to 200 pieces. So 100 pieces, what we do is we even customize the fabric process. Because for the yarn, we buy only 30 kgs or 40 kgs yarn and we process it. So it is obviously super expensive. If example, the dyeing charge, the dyeing charge for a normal 100 kg is $2 or $2.5, example, then directly the dyeing charge for below 100 kgs, that is, if we go with 50 or 60 kgs, it will come up to maybe 3.4, 3.5 USD. So it will unnecessarily add the cost. But for testing the market, that's okay. Like you can at least test the market with those prices.
Yeah,
There
no,
is
that's
no issue in
fantastic
that case.
because I think a lot of
That
people
is
think
awesome,
that
yeah.
they've got to get, 1,000 meters of every print, and do you know what I mean? And it becomes just too hard for people, small startups, to do. So, I mean, I think
Yes.
I've never heard it
Yes.
be so simple. You've put it very simple for
Yes.
people, and I mean, I know
Yes.
it's a little bit more expensive to start, but it's
Yeah.
better than buying 1,000 meters and being stuck with it forever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And even if customer comes to us that we want to invest 15,000 in your business or in the product what you are doing, like in a garment industry, then what I suggest them, don't invest 15,000 together, start with 7,000 and keep 7,000 for the backup, for the inventory fill up. Because what happens if someone comes, they'll make a variety of $15,000 goods, and after that they are searching in the funds that okay, now how do I manage the fill up the inventory for the fast moving products. So that is a point which buyer should consider it, like not invest the fund altogether in at once.
That's great, valuable information.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think you
And
touched on. I think Margaret just touched on a valid point there, that startups, and a lot of people are at the startup stage, and a lot of people are thinking, like I said before, people like either kids or babies or specific sort of things in the clothing sort of ranges, and
Yes.
that'd be an easy, to come to someone like you, because in the past I've spoken to people in the textile trade, and it's always been, you've got to buy a lot of yarn, you've got to buy a lot of this, so the MOQs are quite high, which is understandable because you've got to buy that material to be able to sort of do it.
There are some suppliers who give minimum quantities. Yes.
Yeah.
No, that's good.
Right.
Yes. So like for the buyers, we can make a little more simplified considering the prices, because majority buyers will be more interested for the prices, like how will be the price range, because I don't want to make a process very see plain or cotton t-shirt.
Yeah, he's asking. Yeah.
Exactly. So we have two units basically, as I said. So one of the unit we only produce the luxury brands for the luxury brands, and which has 25 machines, and other unit also has 25 machines, but it is for the normal brands and for the brands which consider more in volume rather than in quality. So these normal brands, they believe in turnaround things, like they want it fast, and quality they want is normal, but for the luxury they want each and every detail to be perfect. So for now we'll talk about the luxury brand prices, so people can know, okay, this is the maximum range a manufacturer could offer. So considering the November 2002 prices for the cotton yarn, I'll consider a cotton plain t-shirt, basic t-shirt for men. That would be 180 to 200 GSM. That is the weight of the product. So if it's a small quantity, say 100 to 350 pieces per style. So that per style per color. So that would cost around 4.48 USD. 4.48 USD. This will be the FOB prices.
Yeah.
And in this, they can give us the dyeing color, whichever color they want. And the yarn we use are from the listed companies, like the biggest companies for the yarn. And now considering the volume prices. Now, many buyers will be there who are considering volume, that if you want to buy in volume, who already have business, but are finding the alternative manufacturers. So considering 350 to 500 pieces per style, per color, we can give them 3.72 USD. So this will be a premium luxury cotton t-shirts, and maybe a higher quality than Zara and H&M give, to be honest, because we know the what happens in manufacturing. when Zara and H&M, I'll tell you the secret behind it. Why the sometimes normal brands have better quality than Zara and H&M. The the reason behind is Zara and H&M goes to the manufacturers. They come to the manufacturers like us, and they give us a target price. Okay, Pratik, this is our target price. We want for $3. What you can give? So as a manufacturer, we don't have any option to use a better quality or a higher quality. Like we use obviously the standard quality. We don't use the premium quality because of the prices because of the target prices we are given with. But for the normal brands, they are, because they want to make a gap in the market. They want to have a market share. So they want a better quality. So we give them a better quality. And these above prices which I gave, this includes all the packing materials. It also includes the third party inspection. Yes, this is our specialty of the factory, we can say. Like the most major factories doesn't give that. Like what we tell buyers is we will give them contact of third party inspection companies, because it's difficult for a buyer in US or a UK to always come to Tirupur for a 7,000 value products. So they always search on Google for a third party inspection company, and they will just contact them and they will try to connect them, and they'll just do it digitally. But we do it, what we give is we give them reference. Okay, you have these 3 companies who are well known in Tirupur, so you can just go with them, and we will pay the charges for inspection, for the basic inspection charges.
Kritik, what about if we have that service, the service provider in our group that is a third party inspection? So if people wanted to use them, their own, they could.
100% they can use it. 100%. And we also suggest them personally that not only that, we tell them for third party inspection people that you start a video call with the buyer. So when you are doing inspection, buyer will be confident enough that okay, the goods are coming in, or everything is good with it.
Yes.
So that is the important part. So because our payment terms are like 30% advance. Sorry.
Yeah. No, there's just one question about shipping cost and process. And then it's a follow-up question. What is your shipping cost to Amazon US Illinois warehouse? So you generally provide FOB prices, right?
Yes. We provide FOB, but we do have companies who are Amazon affiliated, or for which the Amazon and the Walmart is already working with, because we are very used to with the e-commerce global brands who are already doing this. So we are already shipping them, but we don't ship it, but we provide them the information. Okay, these guys can ship for you.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, and generally, if we consider the cost for their idea, is the shipping cost. If we consider 2.5 CBM minimum, then the shipping cost per CBM will be around 250 USD plus the custom charges plus the import duty to US. If it's US, I'm just talking about US now. Yes.
Kritik, what's your closest port to Tirupur? What's your local port?
Closest port to Tirupur, the one is Chennai,
Coimbatore?
and one is not Coimbatore is the air cargo spot. It's just I forgot the name. I'm really sorry. But the closest one, the bigger port is Chennai, and the regular we ship it from there. But I don't know. Maybe I forgot now.
Yeah, and it would go from Chennai over to Singapore or something, and then go in that way, wouldn't it? Would go into the
it generally the pattern is like from Chennai goes to Sri Lanka, and from Sri Lanka, from Colombo, it goes further to the
west side.
US.
The west side.
West side.
Yes. Correct.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
so,
Awesome.
Kritik, if we're ever in Tirupur, we come and visit your factory.
Yes, 100%, 110%. You are most welcome to the factory, and you will surely have a warm welcome. I'll make sure.
Okay, look forward to that one day.
Sure,
Kevin,
sure,
are you going to start
110%.
like sewing garments and all? Cutting fabrics? That's what's going to happen in the factory, Kevin.
Anyway, a jack of all trades after the end.
I don't know about that. I don't think you can thread the needle.
Yeah. People would thread the needle for me, wouldn't they?
And to mention, our payment terms. So how we work is we work with 30% advance payment, and 70% buyer pays it after the inspection before the dispatch.
Yeah. Okay.
That's good. Yeah.
Yes. So generally for the first order execution, it takes around we can consider it around 45 to 50 days for a first order to execute. Then after that we get into cycle and we try to get more efficient and reduce the time slowly.
No, that sounds good. I think a lot of people will be impressed with your quantities and MOQ, MOB, and all those things.
Definitely.
That's the best we've ever heard from a garment factory. It's fantastic.
Yes.
All the people out there, if anyone's looking like, it's been you've been great today. I mean, we've talked to people before in the same industry, and it's always to me it's always been a little bit of a like because of high MOQs and stuff. But I love what you had to say today, and I mean some people I mean, as I say, it's for people starting up and starting out, and hey, go and see you, and you can sort of put them on the right track. You can help them with the tech packs. What more do you want? Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. Tech pack, small order.
Yeah.
Because we know the potential of e-commerce buyers. If there are example 10 e-commerce buyers, we know out of 10, almost 4 to 5 will go ahead, like will go with the higher quantities in future.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you've got to grow the business. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because we are very, very well aware with all the processes in Amazon and Walmart.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fantastic. Yeah.
That's great. Well, Pratik, thank you so much for joining us today. And everybody watching, if you are looking for cotton garments, men's, women's, kids, then contact Pratik at indiasourcing.net/Krittoz. That's their URL on indiasourcing.net. So reach out to them for your customization, small orders. I mean, you can't have it better if you're doing garments, then this is as good as it gets. So thank you so much, Pratik, for joining us today.
The test today, Pratik, was this man uses YKK zips.
Yes.
Always use YKK zips.
That is important.
Very important. Okay. Thanks for your time.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Bye. Thanks a lot for your time today.
Bye. Thank you.
Okay, that was cool. So now that we finished our supplier interviews, we've got a surprise for everyone. So let me see if our guests are ready. Do we want to turn on our videos? There we go. And let's see, we've got Leiden from Thailand. Hi, Leiden. How are you?
I feel bad. I don't have the cool background like you guys.
Oh, you'll have to get one.
Next
Come on.
Not easy. Do you want one?
And wait. There's more. Guys, come on. Let's welcome Athena. Hi, Athena.
Hello.
Hi, guys. Oops, I think I just
What happened?
there I am. Hi, guys.
Hi, it's late for you. What time is it?
Long time no see.
It's 10 o'clock on Thanksgiving,
I
actually.
know. I was going to say
Oh,
happy
as well.
Oh my
Thanksgiving.
gosh. Oh, happy Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
Athena.
Thank
you.
Thanksgiving.
Coming on.
Well, I will say that Thanksgiving is a day to give thanks for the things and the people in your life that are special to you. So what better of a moment than to spend with you guys? So I'm really excited.
that's lovely.
Oh, thank you for
Megla's
that.
been a really big part of my journey, and I'm just grateful to be a part of anything that she's about. So anyway, thanks for having
Wow, there you
us
go.
here, and happy Thanksgiving, guys.
We hope we didn't stop
No,
you having
great.
several drinks on Thanksgiving. Like
Oh,
it's the end of the
no.
day and you had to wait.
Oh, we had an amazing time. It was fantastic, but I don't usually drink around my kids, so I'm totally cool. I'm
Oh,
good.
that's good.
Yeah. Yeah. I drink around Leiden, though. Who knows that?
Yeah, I was going to say.
You haven't seen the other side of her life.
She
Tequila
certainly makes up for it. She makes
yeah,
up for it.
yeah. They call me Tequila for a reason. So anyway, I'm here though. Thanks for having me. Back to you, Megla. I'll let you take it.
Awesome. Well, guys, we are really, really excited about your very first holiday party in Australia. And I have to say, I attended one of your holiday parties in 2019 in London, and it was amazing. I came over with my son, Adi, and both of us had a ball. I couldn't stay very late because he was, with me and he was tired. He wanted to go back, but it was a lot of fun. The restaurant that we were in was fantastic. It was a big hotel. I think it was Lalit or something. Yeah. And really nice food, right? Wasn't it, Lalit? Yeah. And the ambience was really good, and there was dancing and music and parties, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. So super excited that you're now bringing these holiday parties to Australia. So tell us all about it. When is it happening? What can people expect?
Yeah, so this is going to be slightly different. And Marg, you want to come and join us, right?
Yes, I am. Yep.
Excellent.
Flights booked. I'm on the way.
Yeah, no, it's going to be really good. It's actually strange for me because it's going to be hot Christmas, which is Christmas in summer seems a bit strange to me. But yeah, so very different to the freezing cold London winter holiday party that you had, Megla. So we're going all out. We've got a rooftop bar, open bar as well. The Australians be happy to hear. We're going to start about midday on the 9th of December. And we've got open bar for about 4 hours. There's canopies and snacks and stuff going on there. But yeah, we're going pretty good. I think there's about 9 tickets left. So we're hoping to fill that up with any Amazon sellers that might be listening here. And it'd just be good. It'd be good to get everybody in the room. I know that Australia in particular, during lockdowns and stuff, all the events were taken away. And previous to that, most of the events the other side of the world and lots of travel involved. So we've been doing meetups since I moved over to Australia about 6 months ago, and just feeling that for Amazon sellers in Australia, they're pretty underserved. So what we're trying to do is just bring that meetup. Megla and Margaret rather helped us run one of the meetups down in Melbourne. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun getting the Australians together off the back of that brutal lockdown and just getting people building relationships in the room rather than these little squares on the screen that we're so used to now.
Over the years, we've done a few conferences with sort of Amazon related conferences, but they were sort of in a private sort of way with groups that we were with, and now it's sort of opened up a little bit more. Whereas people from all over the world and not just sort of in one place. So it's fantastic that we can invite people, speakers from anywhere, and just sort of bring them over, and it's for everybody. It's not for a closed group or anything.
Yeah, that's right. No, we're all about sharing the love.
I've lived here for 30 years, mate. I come from Liverpool originally, but Aussies are really entrepreneurial type people, and they would have been during COVID. They would have been dying because they couldn't get out there and do things, And I mean,
party, because we like a party in Australia.
Like a party.
Business and party. That's my perfect mix.
That is the way for sure. Can we bring this back a little bit though? Because I think that so Megla, I met you in Hong Kong. Leiden and I were bringing about 50, and then it all got all the way up to 100 sellers to China for China Magic, and you were running global sources and you hosted us, and it was fantastic. And then you started your own sourcing trip to India, which has taken off, and you started working with Kevin and Margaret, and you guys have brought just amazing people, connected them with phenomenal sourcing and high quality connections and stuff. And that really takes me to the concept of connection, right? So the reason why I believe that any of the things that we've done, whether it's Titan Network, India Sourcing, China Magic, Global Sources, and these phenomenal meetups that have been popping up around the world, what do they all have in common? They are bringing people together for a common purpose. They're connecting people with people who might be a few steps ahead of them in the game, whether that's sourcing in India or that's, on Amazon specifically. But no matter what type of venue we're talking about, whether it's the meetup or any of these sourcing trips, it's bringing these people who are like-minded in a room. They all have their own experiences. They all have their own specialities. They all have, the failures that they've been through and the successes that they've had. And, you give these guys a room, you give them the space to connect. And what happens from there is nothing less than magic. And so when we do these holiday parties, the reason why we started with these holiday parties is because I remember being in corporate and I hated my job, but I freaking loved our Christmas party because it was a time to and enjoy and talk and have a hug. And in fact, it was just my favorite thing. And I remember, being an Amazon seller can be a very lonely experience. That's what Lyde was talking about, like with the shutdown and everything. Like all of us felt so isolated and so lonely. And so I feel like that is something that you have to break through as a seller. Some people are naturally introverts, so it's important for them to kind of get themselves out there. And when you have a space like these amazing holiday parties, this is not for content, it's for connection, and it's for bringing people together with like minds and taking a look at the new year, 2023, and going, you know what, guys, we're going to make this a phenomenal year. We are going to break through barriers. There might be all these obstacles. There might be all these things that might take a normal human down, but we are not normal. We are not human. We're freaking entrepreneurs. And so that's what we do. And so to raise a glass, and to have, a bite to eat and to share that moment, for me, it's really, really special. It's really important because what it does is it takes people away from the day-to-day and helps to take their mind and stretch it out into what is possible in a room full of amazing human beings that not only know it's possible, but they're making it happen every single day. So that's kind of why I was like so excited to spend my Thanksgiving moment with you, because there's nothing that I would be more grateful for than to connect with fellow amazing entrepreneurs like yourselves, like the people that will be coming to these holiday parties.
Yeah,
I think it's really good.
Yeah.
Like,
Appreciate it.
It's funny you mentioned that trip that we had in China, Athena, because I think that trip was when you said, "Oh, can you go on a stage and do a presentation?" I was like, "Nah, that's not me. I really don't want to do a presentation." And she forced me on stage, right? And I'm very thankful.
And I can't get them off ever since.
Was that the first time you were on stage? Right?
Yeah. So actually, hold it there. And then we went to Hong Kong.
Oh.
And Megla put me on stage as well. And I was like, come on, man. I came here to participate, go and see my suppliers, order some stuff, and then help some people one-on-one. And then all of a sudden, Athena's put me on stage, and then Megla's like, oh, you're going on a panel as well. I'm like, come on, man. So, yeah, I had no desire to be a public speaker. So thanks to you two, I am now an international speaker at Amazon events, and so thanks to you two that trip. So yeah, that connection probably one of the first times I've met Athena, and then the first time meeting Megla, and you got me out of my comfort zone and pushed me to do some stuff. So talk about connections at events. Those two events there were pretty epic in my journey.
I consider that, Lyden, because Megla's done the same to me. We're going here, we're going to Singapore, and we're doing a thing on stage. I'm going, I never planned to do that in my life, let alone, started at my age. So all of a sudden, I know what she does to me. She did it to you as well. It's interesting to hear.
Right.
Says the man the other week he jumps out of an aeroplane. Mustn't be scared of too much, Lyden.
No, that's right. I'd rather break. I used to rather break bones than do public speaking, but no, I'm used to it now. I've learned to enjoy it, and yeah, I love it.
But I think too, it's great that all the different groups, we're all sharing now. Like, I was probably, as most of you know, went to the Endgame party in Melbourne last night. And it was sponsored by Airwallex, but it was a really great night. And there was, 45 or so of us there. But it was just so nice to see all the different people. And somebody said to me, like, what are you doing here? It was like, well, are you a spy or something? Because you're out of India Sourcing Network. Why are you at the Endgame thing? And I said, well, we all share things. I said, in fact, I'm flying up to Brisbane with Jamie in a couple of weeks to go to the Titan thing. And he went, oh, are you associated with them too? I said, no, we've all got separate businesses, but we work together and help each other. I mean, they're all the
Yeah.
same people, and I don't see why we shouldn't help you and you help us, and it's what it's all about, because we've all got the same people and we're all in the same space. So if we can all work together and help promote each other's things so other people can learn about it, because 90% of the people will be very similar and maybe don't know about you or don't know about what we do. And I think it's fantastic that we are like doing this now instead of just being all like the opposition, don't speak to them type of thing. I think it's great to see in this industry.
We're all like-minded, aren't we? We're all
Yeah.
the same, the same species, I sort of guess, yeah. So,
Species.
did you catch a
Species, I love that.
We're not humans, we're species.
Species. No, well, Blyden comes from London. I come from Liverpool. It's two different species.
That's right.
So we spoke about football clubs as well.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, don't talk about football. West Ham having a terrible season. We spoke about the London Christmas party that was so good that you came to, Megla. But so, Athena, do you want to talk about? We're focused on the Australian one. Obviously, you've got a lot of us Aussies, but there's other people listening in. Do you want to talk about the other Christmas parties we've got going on?
Sure, I would love to. So we're going to be in London on December 2nd. So any of you guys, even from other parts of Europe, we've had people fly in. I'm coming from Florida, so we're going to be there on the 2nd on Friday. Really excited about that. And then we are obviously going to be in Brisbane on December 9th. And then we're going to be in Clearwater, Florida, where I live by the ocean. So we have a beautiful venue right by the ocean, and that's on December 16th. And then on the 21st of December, we're going to be in my hometown, which is Los Angeles, California. So we're going to be in La La Land, and it's a beautiful venue overseeing all of Los Angeles. There's bonfires, and every location has an open bar and food and festivities, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that night with you, Megla. In fact, it's the only time that we've served Indian food at one of our holiday parties. So it was almost like in your honor. It was cool. And last year,
Indian food is the national dish of England, though, right?
I've had
our food is terrible, so we just sell Indian food. Is much better.
Yeah, I've had some amazing Indian food in
Amazing.
London. Amazing. So this year we're going to actually be at a private club in London, and you can get all the details at titanholidayparty.com. So it's titanholidayparty.com. Right now we've got 4 locations around the world, and hopefully next year we'll have even more locations, because it's just a really great time to meet people and connect with people, and you never know who you're going to meet and where that's going to lead. So very excited about that.
I think they got a link going across the bottom of the screen as well.
Sorry. Yes, hello. Sorry.
yeah, that's a short link too.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. I should have said that. Maybe the turkey has turkey brain that makes me sleepy. That's my excuse. Yeah.
The Christmas party in LA sounds really cool.
Well, you're invited to all of it, Kevin. Come on.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to all of them except for London. Yeah. But that's actually our original location, was the Los Angeles one. And a cute story about it. My original boss actually threw a party there, and I remember thinking, like, this guy is so amazing. Like, look what he did. And so when I had to throw my first Christmas party, I decided to do it at the same location, and I felt like such a boss. Yeah. You want to hear something funny? I saw the man who first hired me when I was 16 years old today. His name is Craig Ferreira, and he took a chance on a very ambitious 16-year-old. And anyway, I saw him this evening. It was really cool. So you just never know who you're going to meet and how that's going to lead and where it's going to take you. But anyway, I thought that was pretty interesting. Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome. So, yeah, he must be so proud of you, where you've, how far you've come.
But I'd tell, do you know when we go on the sourcing trip, I'd tell people, I say, because this time we had like two buses full of people. And I said to people, just change seats every day. Try and find someone different to sit next to, but make sure you talk to them, because you don't know if you're sitting next to a multi-million-dollar seller. You don't know. I could sit next to you, Athena, and if I didn't know you from a bar of soap, but I know you're world famous now. So, I mean, if someone was sitting next to you, the point is that if people don't talk when you're on a sourcing trip, It's like sort of, hey, you know, I'm sort of here. But people are closed. Like you said, there's an introvert and an extrovert in all of us. But if people just talk in general, they can find a lot of things about people, you know, and especially in our Amazon world. But if you don't talk, you don't know, and you'll never learn, you know. But like you said, you know, it's just that opportunist. You know, you never know who you're going to sit next to in the room.
I love that. Okay, can I give 3 lines for for introverts? Ready? Okay, first one.
Yeah.
Tell me about yourself, right? So if you feel awkward, you can sit next to anyone and you can literally say, "Tell me about yourself." And that will get the other person speaking, and that kind of, opens things up. So that's your opening line, right?
Yeah.
And then here's 2 that's very helpful for Amazon sellers. What is your biggest pain point and what is your biggest strength? Right? And if you just exchange information on both of those things, you can learn so much. Because I'll give you an example. There's a gentleman in our network. We've got many people like this, but I love to bring this one up. His name is Trevor, and he has 25 years experience in branding in London with some of the biggest brands in the world. It's not just that he has that experience, but when he starts to speak about this subject, even people who really feel like they understand branding will get schooled by this amazing gentleman, right? However, he was very new to Amazon. So, some people who kind of lead with ego may not have given him the time of day, but because of the way that we sort of arrange things and everyone has value and, everyone communicates with each other, it was very easy to find out that this man is just incredible. And right now, building a proper brand is everything on Amazon.
Yeah,
and so
exactly.
you never know who you're going to meet just because they're selling, several million doesn't mean that they're an expert on everything. You can learn from anyone about anything. So it's always about, tell me about yourself so you can get into something more personal. So it's not just straight to business. Learn about each other and then find out, like, what is that person's biggest strength and what is the weakness? And can you somehow provide help for them with their weakness? And I think that's a very easy way for anyone to network within an Amazon community.
Yeah, well said. Yeah, totally agree.
Yeah. And we almost become like family, right? I mean, for the last trip, we had so many people on the trip, and initially they were hesitant to talk to each other and everything. But then when we were leaving, there were tears, and and now they've made little masterminds, and we've got a Telegram group, and it's like messages going almost every day over there. So we're almost like family now, especially if you spend 12 days together with people. You're together
Amazing,
for lunch,
isn't it?
breakfast, dinner, and you're going to factories and doing so many things together. So yeah, I mean it's
only 12 days though. When you think people bond so
quickly,
quickly.
So quickly, and some make amazing bonds where they've become friends for life.
A couple of them have even become like business partners.
Yeah.
They've decided to join together and source together from things in those 12 days. So I mean, it's amazing how you can do that, and you just click with someone in that room. Like not everyone's going to like everyone when you've got 50 people in a room. They're all different personalities, but I think everyone came away with at least 1 or 2 people that they're now contacting, apart from when we do a group thing, which is awesome to hear. And it's quite funny, we've still got our Telegram group going from, it was WhatsApp group, wasn't it, back in 2019, our trip. And if it's your birthday or something, that group kicks into, thing again, and all the messages start going. Oh, I know Tim Jordan contact come and go, God damn it, I can't believe this 3 years later and somebody's still messaging me for my birthday. Like, it was just sort of, it's amazing that, it's still around. And I mean, there's always something. It doesn't happen every week. It's dwindled back a bit, but people still will post something special in there, at different times. So I think, do something like that, or go on, one of your, trips and stuff, then people, form that bond and they're there forever. It's not even just because you're selling on Amazon. I think, like we made friends off the first trip, and like the girls have been here. I had one of the girls here for lunch one Christmas, and they come down and we have lunch quite often, but we don't see a lot of each other, but we catch up and it's like, and we talk about the trips and we talk about all the people in it, and it's great fun. I mean, it's like a whole new group of friends.
For sure. Well, Leiden met Georgie on China Magic, so there you go.
Yeah, there you go. See? So you're actually matchmakers as well. You can add that to your little.
That's right.
Look where you guys are now. I mean, but you know, if China Magic wasn't there, then you guys wouldn't have met. So you know, China Magic, you know, has sort of brought you together. But look where you are now.
That's right.
I'm going to say it's magic.
So you never know. You never know where going to an event will lead you.
Absolutely.
But I always say, like, it's better to go than not go, because you never know who you're going to meet or what's going to happen. You know, I met Dan at an event, and he introduced me to Leiden, and we've now done Titan Network and all kinds of things, and I wasn't even planning to go to that particular event in San Diego, but I just happened to go. And so I think if you have the opportunity to go to an event, even if that means you have to travel, you know, or to go to a sourcing trip or to do any of these things, they will always lead to something magical. It can be your mindset, it could be resources, it could be a lot of different things, but I've never gone to any sort of event or meetup of any kind that I didn't at least, you know, connect with someone on some level. And so, I think that's important.
Awesome. Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. And of course, I have to mention, Leiden, you're invited to India, right? You were almost going to come on last month's trip, but yes, you have to come to India.
One of my best friends and one of Dan's best friends was very inconsiderate and got married at the same time. So George and I were be out on the way to Austin, and he's like, "Oh, can you be best man for me?" I'm like, "Oh, mate, come on. I want to go to India, not Southampton." So we went to it was a great wedding, but very good to miss it. And then we'll see where our event lands, and hopefully Georgie and I will come with you and
excellent.
In April. Yeah. So it all depends on other events, obviously, but Georgie and I will very much love to come.
We're going
but the invitation is open.
Share some of the knowledge
we're doing the next one in
from China and see what we can apply to India, and then learn about the different ways you need to approach it in the Indian market. So very excited to come and learn and hopefully share what experience we have too.
Well, we actually had a couple of Titan members on the trip with us.
Yeah, you did. Rebecca was there, right?
Yeah,
Laura.
Yeah,
Rebecca's great. She runs our meetup here on the Gold Coast. We do Gold Coast, so she runs our monthly meetup. So she's actually going to be at the LA holiday party, not the Brisbane one. Yeah.
Oh,
cool.
Yeah.
And then we had
you coming to Australia for this party.
Misha.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was with us.
Vinita.
She was a lovely lady.
She's lovely.
Oh, and Vanita, yeah, we had a few. Yeah, actually, we kept him. There was quite a few when you go through the list.
It's really good.
We actually have like partners who tell us that if someone comes in and they know it's a Titan member, they fight over it because they know that Titan members are just like really kind and professional and ambitious and good people, and so they literally fight over if it's a Titan member. So I'm happy to hear that my guys are doing good. It's almost like your kids like being good when they go to like, show them how special you are.
It's true.
Don't worry, we'll give you feedback. No worries. You keep sending them and we'll give you the feedback. No worries.
We'll let you know if they're naughty.
I do not believe we'll be on his best behavior. So that one,
me?
Yeah.
I don't count. I got free reign.
That's right.
Cool. So Adina, are you coming to Australia for this party?
No, darling, I'm only doing London, Florida, and LA this time. But
only like that's enough jet setting, I think. Next time we are planning to get Adina to Australia soon, and we'll do something.
Yeah, I would really love that. And
that would be cool.
Yeah, and at some point, I'd love to go to India with you as well, Megla.
Absolutely, yes.
Oh, I'd love to have you, for sure.
I've seen what a magical world you've created there, and I'm just so proud of you to see what you've done all together with Margaret and Kevin and stuff. But like, I remember meeting you from, even before all that, and it's just awesome. So
Well, this started off, it was Megala's dream, and then sort of COVID sort of came along and nearly took a dream away. But then Kevin Mark come along, and then the dreams alive.
Dream maker.
Growing.
And I'm going to call you Dream Maker, okay? Yes. Okay, guys. Well, I love
Good
you all.
to talk
All right,
to you
yes.
guys. Lovely to talk to you.
Yes, we'll let you go.
Bed now.
Okay.
So yeah, but thank you so much for having us, and
No
thank
problem.
you for all that you guys do. You're very right about us being sort of from the same mindset. We're here to
Yeah.
provide value. We're here to provide community.
Yeah.
We're here to impact people, and
Yeah.
I totally believe. I mean, Titan's motto is "We're stronger together. We are stronger." Hello, I should know my own motto. Together we are stronger. It is that's the tryptophan from the turkey. Together we are stronger. And I believe that's true for communities. I believe that's true for the leadership within Amazon. I believe, that in general. So I think that any way that we can all get together is just so wonderful and always has my support. So thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, well said.
Lovely.
Well said.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks a lot,
great.
Azina.
I'll
Happy
see you in
Thanksgiving
a
to you
couple
very
of
much.
weeks.
Lovely to see you
Yes.
again. Same
See
as
you
you,
in a
Ryan.
couple of weeks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's have a-
Turn on the sunshine. I'm
chat
waiting
with
for
you.
some warm weather.
Oh yeah, it's nice
Make
and warm
sure
up here.
it's
So I'll
make
see you
sure
in a
it's
couple of
warm and
weeks.
nice week. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Hopefully we'll see you soon.
All right.
Guys. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye,
Bye.
Lydin. Bye, Tina.
Happy Thanksgiving. Bye.
Bye. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, there we go.
That was good.
Okay, cool. That was
Wow.
awesome.
Where'd you find
yeah,
them
that was a
people
little
from,
surprise.
Megla? Where'd you find them people?
They were just
We don't
hanging
do that
around.
at
They were just
talking,
hanging
Megla.
around.
We do 5 to 10 minutes. I think it's 30.
Oh my gosh, it's been 30 minutes. Okay, we should probably wrap this session up. It's gone too long now.
It didn't feel
So
like
yeah,
it
but
had
that's
gone too
fun, I
long.
think.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
it's-
I didn't.
Yeah, so, but look,
Yeah.
anybody who
And
hasn't
people are
signed
still
up for Brisbane, especially if you're on the Gold Coast of Brisbane, it's going to be
Yeah.
the
Make
venue
sure, yeah.
sounds absolutely awesome. I believe it's a new
Yeah.
venue and it should be great fun. I can't wait to be up on the rooftop in the sunshine all day.
Well, I mean, even for all you people in Clearwater, Florida,
Yeah, no, good.
I'm sure we've got a
Absolutely.
big audience in Clearwater, Florida, Megla.
I'm sure we
John,
do. We have audiences from everywhere.
We've got people from everywhere.
Yeah, John is not far away.
Yeah,
Kim
John's not far
lives
from there. Kim's not far.
Yeah, exactly.
Not far away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
All right, so let's wrap this session up. And I think I just want to mention that probably in the next couple of weeks, we're going to do a live session, which is kind of a debrief from India sourcing trip. And we'll bring on some of the attendees so that they can share their experience, so that anybody who's interested or who's looking to join the next India sourcing trip, if you have any questions about the trip or what to expect on the trip, you can actually ask these attendees. So look out for that. That's going to happen in the next couple of weeks. We're still scheduling that session, but that should be very interesting, especially if you are interested or intrigued about the trip and what happens on the trip. So yeah.
And what happens
Look
on
out
the
for
trip
that.
stays on the trip. Sort of.
Oh yes, many things will stay on the trip. So yeah, you won't hear everything. You have to be on the trip to experience those things.
to know about the trip. Yeah.
To know about the trip, exactly. Especially things that happen by the late at night and all.
Yeah. Oh, Megla, you're giving your game away.
All right.
Okay,
So thank you
guys. We'll
everyone
see
for
you all.
joining us, and have a good weekend.
Yeah, thanks
Bye.
everyone. Great show today.